Hello and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. This is episode 20 of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle Fall of London. I'm going to wait for a second until people can hear us. Yeah, you can hear us. Excellent. We've had an unintended break and we apologise for that because scheduling adults is hard. Also, I haven't done this in a while, but I should just add, this game covers some dark themes. There's vampires, so expect blood, expect manipulating free will of people and possible loss of agency, and there's a possibility of animal harm. So if that's a problem for you, it's fine to skip over that section or skip over the episode if you need to. I can't take care of you. From the player's point of view, we've got safety tools, we've got lines and veils, we've got a virtual X card. But yeah, do whatever you need to do for the sake of your mental health. That's more important. This is just a game. Our coterie was awakened from torpor and asked to find 5 objects. They have so far found 4, and then for complicated reasons they gave 1 back in order to get hold of the final one. Currently, Gwenlyn Fitch-Arwyn is an elder, Bruja, currently residing in the British Museum, where she's hiding from mortal hunters and would-be vampire assassins, because Gwenlyn is on the red list. Gwenlyn has promised the coterie the final object that they need if they can remove her from the red list. Lady Anne Bosley, the Prince of London, has agreed to remove Gwenlyn from the red list if the coterie can provide the heads of some of her most recent enemies, hunters who destroyed the Elysium at the top of the sceptre, otherwise known as the Shard. She has taken her object, a clay seal, back as collateral until this is completed. Currently the coterie have a fake seal in the meantime. Lady Catherine has been made an offer by a shadowy figure, possibly from the hunters, offering a safe way out of London if they can provide some information about the whereabouts of key kindred to some of the mortals. They've arranged to meet the night after this one. More pressingly, the coterie have somehow managed to hide a bloodstone in one of the vehicles used by the hunters, and now they might have the location of where to find them. And I think that's more or less where we're going to begin. And I will do introductions to, well, it won't be introductions, but we'll say who everyone is at the end. The night is relatively young. You're currently at Alice Mockingdale's, I was going to say farm, but that's not the right word. She does keep her herd there, but it's not a herd of animals. It's a large house, and you're in the basement, I believe, where you were talking about what you're going to do. So you have the options of Gwenlyn may not know she's off the red list yet. You might want to enlist her. You've got the meeting with the hunters, possibly, the next night, but also you might know where the hunters are basing themselves. What would you like to do?
Who's in focus at the moment?
Anyone who wants to talk. You're all there. You've been discussing what to do next.
So we're to get the Phrygian cap, right?
So if you go and see Gwenlyn and tell her she's off the red list, she will probably give you the Phrygian cap, yeah.
Or we could go and see where the hunters are, or we could wait to see the meeting with Lady Catherine's friends.
The meeting with Lady Catherine.
Friends feels like a strong word.
Is that not the next night, though?
Yeah, it's the following night.
So, we can leave that.
Sometimes it's nice just to have a quiet day.
Yeah, you can chill if you want to. You can have a bit of downtime.
When have we ever had one of those?
You've had a few quieter days.
You have one that's truly quiet.
No. I mean, that's not why you were brought back into London, though, is it?
No. So, I would say we go and get the Phrygian cap and maybe enlist help.
Okay. This early in the evening, I'm going to say that the British Museum, and I hope I haven't said library, I keep actually mixing those two up. The British Museum is still open, so you could just walk in rather than having to do the complicated dance that you had to do previously. To get in there.
Is it free admission?
Yeah. Who's going? Is it all of you, or is it just a couple of you? How do you want to do this?
I think Catherine would want to show Angelique around the museum. Be like, look at all this stuff of ours.
Would Angelique not just want to take it all back?
Ooh. Good thinking, Batman.
I mean, I'm for it. We can do it.
I mean, I think at one point, yeah, Henry was planning to break in and steal stuff. You were casing
About
Yeah,
the
I've just got the
security.
perfect
Back into
strategy.
museum.
I mean, the other possibility we have with the meeting tomorrow night as well is for the prince, she wants the head or of people that are involved in the shard.
Hmm.
And I say the person you're meeting is the head, is going to be one of those heads. So we've got that option as well, albeit might be painfully risky. And then
I feel like that is something we probably should focus on, getting the heads.
but that's also one reason why it'd be helpful maybe to recruit Gwendolyn if we can.
I feel like I have quite a good kit for spying on that place.
What?
For wherever they are. The dock place, whatever it is.
They're based at the Millennium Mills, which is next to the Docklands. It's kind of, I think Alice
all my
identified it as being
shadows
near a
felt
sugar
like.
factory, but it's not far from the XL and London City Airport. Because I know some of you.
Also, how
Sorry,
do we know that Gwendolyn is going to join us?
We don't, but we could try and persuade.
I mean, she definitely won't if we don't try.
That's one reason why, we want to send our most charismatic people.
Who's that?
Not me.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's a waste of my talents, but I will.
You're not looking for a dog?
Why, you seen him?
Nope.
Why'd you bring him up? What do you know about him?
That felt a little bit cruel.
Where is he?
I just wouldn't. You're not really looked.
Just reminding you he exists.
You look like the type that would have taken a dog.
You know it was a gangrel.
I'm watching you.
Boys.
Right, so I think first thing first, we'll go get the cap, see if we can recruit or get Lady Gwendolyn to help us, and then take it from there.
Dr. Henry, your phone buzzes. It has a new message. I've just put it in Discord for you.
What is this Discord you speak of?
Discord is for you, the player. For the character, it's just arrived on their phone.
Hey, it's Darius. I'm just going to read this to myself.
Didn't know Dr. Henry could read. Lady Catherine's feeling petty today.
Yes, Darius may be a bit of an idiot.
Do you reply?
Apparently, London is becoming unsafe. Havens are being emptied. We were chosen because we were discreet and methodical. Contact soon and avoid telephones and do not trust familiar routes. And the idiots text me on a telephone. I choose not to reply.
Okay.
He said don't use telephones.
I mean, it's possible you meant like phone calls where wires may be tapped rather than SMS.
They're recorded as well.
Yeah, they are. Maybe he doesn't know that.
Have we got Telegram installed?
No, not in 2012.
When did Telegram come out? No, Ava.
Later,
No.
don't worry about it.
Shh. We do have the
No,
most.
I choose not to reply. I shall be
Okay.
1 second.
So are you all going to the British Museum?
Might as well.
As you approach, you see that the hunters who had been outside are there no longer. So you're unbothered as you try and enter the building. It's a large museum. You come in through the front door and you're in a large central atrium. You know roughly where Gwenlyn had been, but you also know that she's got people around who are looking after her, who might be paying attention. You don't see any of them immediately. Is there anything you're wanting to do whilst you are there? You wanted to look at or talk to anyone?
I think Lady Catherine is just going to show Angelique around. Almost make a date of it before they have to get into serious business.
Sweet. So you look around the museum. There's this the section on Roman life in Britain, like ancient Roman life, is still there. There's a bunch of artifacts from ancient Roman times, but there's some stuff from more recent times. I think you found previously a I've forgotten the name of the jewelry type. It's the thing that goes on your head that's got. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but you found one of those.
Circlet or torque?
Yeah, something like that. That feels like the right kind of word. Circlet feels about right. That kind of thing. It's a head-based jewelry item. You'd found one of those that you remembered having, and a ring as well, I think. That had been something of yours that had been recovered after the bombings on your old residence that happened during the war when you lost Angelique in the first place.
Sounds about right. That is what I recall of the matter. I remember the ring being an amethyst one,
Yes.
so it'll be fun to show Angelique and be like, look. Even when we went around, we are still of significance.
And she smiles, but she's older than you and she's used to finding things of her own past in museums. And this place, there's kindred running it, so if you really wanted something, you could probably ask for it and get it returned to you.
Is there anything of yours that you can see that you want back?
No, my dear, I live in the moment, I think. There's always new things. That was me then. That is not me now.
If that's what you choose, my dear. I wouldn't have minded our wedding rings back, but
We can have another one. I'm told they can do them in churches here.
would that
Some
be a good
church.
idea for us?
Oh, At night, I think it would be very suitable.
Could we do that, given our special predicament?
There's no reason you couldn't. You've been by churches. You haven't felt anything weird about them.
I do suppose you're right. Maybe we should get married once all this mess is over with.
She smiles and kisses you softly on the cheek. It's fairly chaste, but you are in the middle of a library. Not a library, a museum. Oh, I knew I was going to mess that up.
I was wondering if you'd do it.
They are close together. What's everyone else doing in the museum? Tony, I'm interested in what you're doing.
I'm
Because you and
probably-
Gwenlyn have history.
I'm probably looking for Gwenliam, to be honest.
You saw Gwenlyn
So
Earth shape, I think is the proper term. my vocabulary, because I'm on stream, has just gone out of my head completely. But you saw her meld with the earth. Earth meld could be in the Roman exhibition. So
Yes.
you can be fairly sure that's where you'd find her.
Yeah. So I'm kind of wandering around there, seeing if she's there, and also I know that there's other because I know she has some companions
Yeah.
that are hanging around here because one of them saw me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of looking for any familiar faces.
I'm just double checking to make sure I get this person's name correct because it is a slightly complicated name that I want to make sure I get right. Someone called Chun Hei, who is another Bruja. You find her. She remembers you from the last time you were visiting, and greets you. Have you had any progress on your mission?
Yes, we met with the prince.
And the prince agreed?
For a boon.
Must have been one heck of a boon.
Well, yes.
I want to ask. Let me make some calls. I need to confirm this before I tell her. And
I understand.
she leaves you for a moment, and you see her going into a small office. A few moments later, she returns. It seems you are correct. It sounds like she has been removed from the red list. I'm very impressed. We should tell her. I'm a bit nervous. I'm a little nervous telling her, though, because I'm not sure what she'll do. Will she just leave, or... I mean, we've got used to having her available here. We've got used to protecting her, and it's a lot more difficult to protect her if she's not in the building. You understand?
No, that's understandable.
Also, are you aware of the beckoning?
Above table, we're not aware of that, are we? Have you explained it to? Or
I'm
do
not
we
sure if
know
I have, because I don't want to throw all the lore at you immediately. Above table,
Yeah, so
then
it was-
very quickly.
You've explained it to us as players, but I don't know if we know about it as characters.
Okay. I would say that you might be aware of it. I think it was probably starting to happen a bit before you went into torpor.
Yeah.
So you're aware that a lot of the older vampires feel a pull, a draw, to go east for unspecified reasons. They just get to a certain age and they just feel the need to go. And they can't really stop it. They dream about it and then they just have to. There's an impulse, a very strong impulse. None of you would have any reason to know why or what's happening or what's going on there. But that's the reason that there aren't a lot more old vampires generally. Because a big problem with the Camarilla, and this will have happened in your undeath times, unlifetimes, let's say, is that generally the older ones get into a position and they stay there because there's no natural thing to move them along. And so all the younger vampires kind of build up underneath with nowhere to go because there's no positions of seniority. But in London, obviously, Mithras was destroyed, maybe not, as you're finding out. And other ones have just left, which is why you've ended up with a bunch of younger, comparatively, vampires in control of things. So what Chun's expressing is a worry that when outside her haven, Gwenlyn may experience the beckoning herself. She considers for a moment. We should tell her, though. I think she's actually in one of the offices at the moment. Because she's an executive director here. She doesn't just live here. She's part of the management system. I will find her and inform her. And are you okay to wait until she can return? I'm sure she'd want to say thank you.
No, that's fine. I don't mind looking around still.
And if you don't mind, I'll let you look around still, Mrs. Me, Storyteller. And Bintak, sorry, Tommy, what are you doing?
Is it quite busy at the moment?
There's people around, and there's people who have finished work who could come in. So you're going to have to keep it on the down low, or you're going to have to obfuscate, or how are you?
I would probably obfuscate then, I think.
Just going to keep it quiet.
Keep it quiet.
You can do that without needing to do a rouse check, I think, depending what kind of obfuscation you want to do.
I just double check. No, I want to be able to move, so I will do a rouse check.
Did you add Mask of a Thousand Faces?
I do.
That's
also a
you
rouse
could
check.
use that if you wanted.
Yeah, I might as well, I suppose, because they're both rouse checks anyway.
Yeah. So can you give me a rouse check, please? First roll of the
Jesus.
night.
Actually succeeded.
Nice.
a
You're
change.
not getting hungrier. So what Mask of a Thousand Faces does is it gives you a look of someone appropriate for wherever you are. So you're in a museum. You look like the kind of person who should be in a museum. If people look closely, they might see that there's something a bit wrong or something a bit weird. It's a bit like a 3-dimensional AI image. You sort of look like you're meant to be there, but if you look close, people are like, "Oh no, there's something wrong here." So you still have to keep a fairly low profile and not get stared at. But you're used to this.
Yeah, I'll be basically kind of hanging around the edges, keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Basically looking for her staff and things like that, keeping an eye out. And also, I'm a bit suspicious about why there's no hunter, so I'm just keeping an eye out inside.
Okay. Alice, what are you doing?
I stayed back home.
Oh, okay. You doing anything with your herd?
I have to give Miriam her next sort of bloods.
Oh, right. Okay. You're keeping her in check.
I
then.
am, yes. I am keeping her in check. And also, we are discussing the idea of opening up the coven, like having smaller.
Yeah, I think I'd written down franchise, but I think it's not quite that formal. But
I'm franchising out, yeah.
Yeah, basically the idea that you could stay out of London but have a bunch of like pyramid scheme.
Yeah, an MLM.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just discussing that and how it's going to work, because I don't want other people coming to my house.
Understandable.
That I don't know. But I am happy for my members that are already there to come.
Okay, how many people are you having this with your whole coven, or are you having like a selected group there?
Just a few. Not all of them at the moment.
Right. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to have you do a roll. Let me just double check what roll this is going to have to be. Can you give me an intelligence insight, please? I'm not going to give you a difficulty. It's just about how well. Okay, that's 2 successes. Okay. I'm not ignoring this, but I'm going to park that and come back to this if you don't mind.
Okay.
Dr. Henry, have you gone to the museum, or are you doing something else? One word. First word.
Idiot. The word is idiot.
I think Floss got close.
I was trying to find.
Okay, are you at the museum?
I am, yes.
And what are you doing at the museum?
Hiding.
Okay. Any particular reason?
It's fun, isn't it?
It is. Are you using any of your ability to do so?
Yes, I will use Unseen Passage, which means you're
Okay.
going to want me to rouse check.
It does, I'm afraid.
If I can find it on the... Oh, there we go.
Okay, you got one hungrier. You're up at hunger 3 now.
It's fine, there's plenty of food around. Okay, so but I'm still in Unseen Passage.
Yep.
I'm going to stay around where I know the cap is.
Okay,
Because if we're going to get the cap, I want to know it's the real one.
completely understandable. Are you looking to hunt while you're here, or are you going to do that later? You're not looking to, whilst you said that there was lots of food around.
If anyone falls asleep, I'll have a snack, but...
They don't have to be asleep, that's just your preference. Like, you could feed from anything, anyone. You fed from rats for a little while you were stuck in the underground.
I did.
It's just your preference, that's all.
But I'm also thinking it might not be a bad thing to be on the edge of hunger right now.
Oh, okay, you're courting it. That's interesting. That's an interesting strategy. I admire that forethought. I need to decide the difficulty for the security systems. Can you give me a dexterity stealth, please?
2 or 2.
Yep. You're easily evading the people that are there, so the security guards haven't seen you. You are aware that you're feeling like you haven't quite been as stealthy as you could have been, though, and it's possible that on the cameras they might have picked something up. But no one's going to have a reason to look at the cameras, right? You'll be fine. Probably. So you're in the room with the cap.
I am, yes.
Right. After about 15-20 minutes, people milling in and out, they're coming to look at things. The cap's in a room with some other stuff as well, but it's mainly old Roman things. It's part of the Roman Times exhibition. A more senior security guard comes in. He unlocks the thing by using the fingerprint on the machine and a manual key. He lifts up the case, opening it, removes the Phrygian cap, and takes it out of the room.
Hold up 1 second. How many people were in the room at that time?
7.
So they're going to remove an item from a cabinet whilst the room's open with the
Yep.
public around?
There's one security guard does the business with the more senior guy does the business with the thumbprint and the key. There's 2 other people who are like keeping people back whilst he does it. There's 4 normal visitors.
Okay. How long is his route back to where he's going?
You don't know. Do you want to follow him and find out?
Yes.
It's going to be another stealth dexterity. Do you want to roll it again, or do you want to carry on with the roll that you had? You have the
I wanna level
option,
up
just to
stealth
put
and
this out there,
dexterity.
you have the option of rousing the blood, which will give you a number of extra die, commensurate with your blood potency, which is 2. So you could get 2 extra die by doing another rouse check,
That puts me on 4.
only if you fail it.
True. Like that.
You're on 4,
The 4.
but you can roll stealth dexterity with 2 extra die. No difficulty setting, this is just about how well you... Okay, that's a smashing 2 successes.
Gonna willpower one of those dice. I think.
You can't willpower hunger, I'm afraid.
Oh, is it all?
All your failures were on hunger dice, I'm sorry.
Poo.
If you... I'll offer you... you can... We were given... the opposite of complications. I forgot what it is. A benefit for you. I'll give you 1 will per style reroll, and that'll be you using up the benefit that we were gifted. Stephen very kindly donated bits in our last session, so this is you using up your share of that. You can reroll up to 3
What
dice, but
do-
normally you can't reroll hunger. So you don't spend a will per either to do this.
Oh, no, that's fine. If it's not, if you can't do it, you can't do it. I'll wait.
No, this is just how well you do it. So you got 2 successes. You're doing okay. If you keep far enough back, they won't notice you. If you try and interact with them in any way, they'll probably catch on pretty quickly because they're paying more attention than usual. You okay, Tommy?
Oops, sorry. I'll wait, so.
Don't die.
So I've got the mate over there making a distraction.
Yeah. Excellent. You follow them. They're taking it through to one of the offices near the Roman exhibit. So the Roman exhibit is a large hall with a couple of smaller rooms of like the more intimate setting where you can see stuff close up rather than a big echoey room. And they've gone into one of those.
Do I have a chance to get in that room
Before
without breaking stuff?
them,
Do they shut the door straight away, or
you can
have I got a chance?
you can follow them into the room. They're going to take it into the back into a sort of small officey area. Is that the room you're trying to get into as well?
Ideally,
I think, given the 2 successes, you're going to have a lot of trouble doing that. I think they will see you and they'll try and stop you from coming in. They don't know who you are right now.
so Shadow Servant means I can propel any part of myself onto the shadows. Yes.
Yep.
So if I see inside that room long enough to see a shadow, I can propel shadows of myself into that room and then use that to listen.
Yep. Yeah, you can.
Does that require a rouse check?
It does. Now, what I'm going to say is, what's going to happen? Sorry, I was just messing with your sheet to see that. It may have affected you there because I saw it close again. Before you do a rouse check for this, they're going to put that in the room, and not long afterwards, they're going to walk out again, having left it there for someone else to come and get.
That makes it a lot easier because
you may not have to use this right now, just to avoid you
that's fine.
hitting Hunger 5 in a public area and having to start doing frenzy checks. It could get very messy very quickly.
Yep, that's fine. I will just sit down and wait for them to go away.
Okay. Alice, back in your home.
Yep.
You have assembled your senior people and also Miriam, who you've been suspicious about. You found out in the last session that she had been at a home for battered women.
Yep.
But you're proceeding with this anyway. I wanted to double check this.
I am.
Okay. You give her some more of your blood. I'm assuming you do it from the wrist or something? And sort of
Yep. I just
Hold it
cut
to
my
her
wrist and hold it to her.
mouth. And she's more enamored towards you than she was previously because you've already given her 1. So she's going to go up to level 2 blood bond with you. I'm going to make a note of that in the appropriate place in my book. Are the others there while you do this?
No.
Okay. So what I'm imagining is Miriam leaving, looking kind of the way a mortal sometimes feels first thing in the morning when they've had that first sip of coffee and it's like the energy pouring off them a little bit. There's like an
Bit of a
energy.
spring in a step.
Yeah, there's an energy to her. Because vampire blood is powerful and it's a little bit addictive, and she's getting to quite like it. And on her way, she passes the senior people from your coven as they're coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to discuss the ins and outs of how this could work, having multiple people running covens of their own.
Yeah.
I've messed with the layout of my screen, and now nothing is where I think it is. One of the things that comes up in the meeting is they mention that there's a few members of the coven they haven't seen for a while. Like they haven't
seen.
They haven't fallen out of touch completely, but they just haven't been around for a couple of days and they're a little bit worried. People they haven't seen. Give me a second to roll a couple of dice for this because I am not choosing anyone personally. Leah Markham and Fran Drury.
Okay.
Actually, Fran's probably one of the people who's there. It can't be Fran.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the problem with me rolling dice for this. I should have considered that. Yeah, Tanya is the other one who isn't. They haven't seen them for a while. They just seem to have come off the map, as it were. Just for a couple of days.
I don't know where they are.
Should we look into that? Because we figured maybe they'd just gone to see their family or they had something come up at work, but...
Could be. It was gone? Leah and Tanya?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can look into it. It could be that they are busy seeing family or busy with work.
I'll reach out to a couple of the people I know who know them. Says... Agnes? No. Where am I getting Agnes from? Fran.
Fran?
Fran's going to look into it and message a couple of people she knows who are mutuals with them. See if she can find anything out. But right now she's worried that they haven't been contactable. And like there was nothing wrong with them. Their background checked out. They were interested in learning more magic. Like everyone else in your coven, that's what they're there for. They're there to learn the ways of messing with reality and messing with being able to enjoy some of that power that you just have. But yeah, that's a trouble. Miriam seems fine. They aren't of the opinion that Miriam's going to be any trouble now, certainly. At this point. So you probably don't need to worry about anything there. Is there anything else you want to do in this moment?
Not really, no. I'm just going to discuss rules that I want to set.
Well, I think I said before that we haven't been using advantages and flaws, but I'd be giving you a dot in one of them. I'll figure it out because I hadn't prepared for this part. We'd be giving you a dot in an advantage of some kind for this, getting this started. So I think what we'd be doing is this would be a longer term project, and it might be that after this is finished in the fiction of things, that you could have set yourself up with like something outside London that you can live in. You would have somewhere to go, potentially. Okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tony. Sorry, I don't mean to surprise you.
No, I was listening, but I was like,
You're ready. You're on it.
Yes.
Shen returned with Gwenllian.
Ooh, exciting.
Tony, how wonderful to see you. I've made arrangements. They're fetching the Fijian cap now. They're going to take it to an office. We can pick it up. And are you just here by yourself?
No, the coterie, well, they're around.
Oh, okay. It's like that. I mean, it's a lovely museum. It's lots to look at. I hope they're having a nice time. I can't thank you enough. How did you do that? Actually, no. Come to the office with me. I'd love to hear about it if you can tell me. If you want to round up the others, I can wait there. I'll wait by the door.
Yep, I'll go see who's around. So
She waits by the door. She's sort of standing, looking at some things, checking out a couple of things. A couple of members of staff come over and talk to her. Are you going to try and find everyone else?
Yep, I'm going to try and find everybody. So I'm going to go and sweep everybody up.
You find Henry fairly easily.
Yeah.
Angelique and Catherine are.
I mean,
you're not using unseen passage at this point. You were just being stealthy and following them.
And yeah, and also like you're not like hiding from me.
You were distracted by a particularly
Maybe I will do.
nice smelling mortal.
Yeah, now you're hungry.
Hunger at 4.
You're hungry. You're hungry and easy to find right now, dude.
There's a lot of heartbeats in your ear every time someone walks past. It's like you can hear the pulsing of their blood.
Yeah.
So back to the game.
Yeah.
The only person you're having trouble finding is Tommy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anybody seen Tommy?
I heard a cough coming from over there.
I've moved since then.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
making yourself known? If you
did I
see
see Tony looking about?
I think you would do.
Yeah, I've made myself known then.
Okay. And you're gathering by the office.
Yeah.
Okay. Gwenlyn opens the door and brings you inside. It's a wood-panelled, fairly plush office. There's a bunch of artifacts and things around, a bunch of books on one wall and a bookcase. The Phrygian cap is on the desk. The desk is otherwise almost completely clear. I'd love to hear how you managed to make this arrangement. The prince has not been an easy woman to deal with.
You don't need to know that.
Well,
Excuse my friend.
I'm sure I may find out in the scheme of things. I will at some point have to meet with her if she'll see me. But I must hold up my end of the bargain. This Phrygian cap. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to pause because there's a cat on the stream. I'm assuming this is Parthenax.
My bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Please feel free to take it. Do what you need to do. But do tell me if there's any way that Mithras could come back. I would be very interested to see him again.
Why? What do you want with Mithras?
I was part of the Order. I mean, I've drifted a little because none of us have been part of the Order really for the last few years since Mithras was rumoured to be destroyed. But there has been rumours lately that he may be coming back, that he is around, he somehow survived. Something of him carried on.
See, Dr. Henry's skeptical. Why did these people not look for him? Why, as devout followers, why did they give up so easy?
Oh, they did look for him, but there's certain places that it's not suitable for people of our kind to go. He was thought to have been destroyed at the arsenal, where they kept all the war, explosives and such. She's kind of vague about it. That's not an area where we can go usually. Not safe. I mean, not just because of the explosives. Obviously, they're not there now, but it's a wooded area. It's a country area. It's not a city. We are not safe in that kind of place. Not by ourselves.
I just remain quiet after this point.
Anyway,
Giving a look of disgust.
the cap. Feel free. I hope this is enough. I'm sorry, someone else said something there and I missed it.
It was thank you.
Oh.
I'm not suspicious. I'm just, yeah. Tony's not suspicious.
Well, now I look like a bit of a dick.
Well,
Sounds like something a suspicious person would say.
Angelique's just standing quietly. She didn't really know Gwenlyn before, so she hasn't got a strong feeling of any connection here.
She doesn't have a horse in this race, so to say.
Yeah, I mean, she'd have known Gwenlyn a little
Emotionally.
bit through the Mithraic Mysteries, but that had all kind of... Gwenlyn was elsewhere in the 40s.
What's her opinion on Mithras?
You're asking Angelique?
Yes, that would make sense.
Oh, Mithras is wonderful, of course, but he has not been as present as we might like. I mean, I don't know what's been happening in the last few years, but I believe he was, from what Lady Catherine said, that he was destroyed in some way, or there was some kind of accident. But he's been in and out of torpor for years. He sleeps for a long time, wakes, issues proclamations or travels, then comes back, sleeps more. He passes centuries like that.
I'll just nod, but I take note of the fact that I would have thought she had been a bit more sympathetic given her recent undergoing.
I mean, there's torpor
As
and
somebody
there's
else you banished.
there's being in torpor by choice, and there's being in torpor because you were buried under a collapsing building, Dr. Henry.
I didn't say anything out loud. I just thought.
She
in
read
my
your
mind.
look. She's not a lot older than Lady Catherine, but she is a bit older than Lady Catherine.
I do
Cradle
like
snatch.
another woman.
I mean, she is technically your sire as well, so you're kind of predisposed to...
So, in terms of what we discussed before we
and
came
I'm just
here,
rapidly going. Sorry.
just in terms of what we discussed before we came here, are we going to go through with that plan, or we get the cabin going?
What was that plan? Was I here for that?
You were going to ask Gwenlyn potentially to help you.
Well, I don't think I've been on any good standing at the moment. That's probably best from Lady.
Tony, do you have a strong opinion? Because she is your sort of grandsire.
About asking her for help.
Yeah.
I would ask her for help. But I'd probably I'd ask her for help.
I'm not going to make you roleplay this out, though if you want to, you can, but I need to know how you're going to ask her for help. She is a bruja like you, and proud and rebellious, and values that thing of getting there by yourself, pulling yourself up, making something your own. How would you approach asking for help?
And also, it's the fact that she was like, "Oh, you've also, it's the fact that we owe Anne a boon, and it's whether it's like, well, is she going to want to help us fulfill the boon that has released her?"
So to do that, you'd have to tell her
what the boon was.
Yeah. Are you okay with doing that?
And but also, Dr. Henry but I don't mind telling her because that's not a problem for me. So yeah, I don't mind if I can role play it.
I mean, I'm happy enough for them to know. It's just not for free. Information comes at a cost. If that cost is helping us, then so be it.
So, Tony, do you want to begin, or do you want to? We could just do it as roles if you prefer. I don't mind.
We can roll it.
Okay, this is going to be I'm going to say it probably should be a charisma persuasion, but if you want to argue for something else, feel free. If someone else wants to help, if you've got dots in either charisma or persuasion, I'll let you add a die to Tony.
I've got good dots in both of those.
Okay. Then give me a roll. I'm going to say the difficulty on this will be 4.
I would press persuasion first, then charisma.
Whichever one's in the bottom part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Irritatingly.
And sorry, what was my difficulty?
4.
4. No pool size modifier.
Not unless someone's helping.
Anybody helping?
I'll help.
Oh,
Okay, Lady Catherine, what you got in charisma and persuasion? What's your pool size if I was to get you to roll that? It looks to me like it would be 6.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Charisma persuasion.
I think you've got 3 in charisma and 3 in persuasion.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I've got 3 in charisma and 4 in persuasion.
4 in persuasion. Good God, y'all.
Mhm.
Okay, Tony, for that you can take 2 extra die.
okay.
And I'm going to update my records.
And difficulty 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got, I'll let you say, what'd you get?
I got dice rolled 7 successes, 5 out of 4.
So you nailed it. So you've persuaded her what's happened, that you've dealt with this by getting a boon with the prince, and the prince in return wants the heads of some of her enemies. She's kind of intrigued. You can see her sort of smile around the corners of her mouth. Okay, I'll help you. Where are we going? How are we doing this?
Of this. Well, we have been tracking some of the hunters. So we had a plan to maybe try and get into one of their buildings. But there's a couple of other plans as well.
Well, when the time comes, contact me. And she gives you a number. Please make a note that you have that number, because I can't always remember all the people that have given you details. So if you can, make a note that you have her contact.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to do, or will we just close the scene?
Yep. No, that's everything, I think.
Okay. Tommy, Catherine, Henry, anything else?
I would just say that potentially tomorrow night we may need our help,
Tomorrow.
depending how things go.
Very well. As I said, contact me, inform me of the particulars, and I will try and make myself available to you.
Thank you for our time.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. And she nods to Angelique and Lady Catherine and to Dr. Henry as you leave. Alice, you've been making plans. You've got some idea of how that's going to work. So you've got a reason to stay around, not necessarily in London, but in the general area. And if you do that, you'll have a regular supply of blood, if you want it. And maybe the chance to do some more research and deepen your knowledge of magic. You might be able to get mortals to get books or something from premier places. I've forgotten the name for them, because, as I say, everything has gone out of my head. Chantries, where all the books and things are stored. You might be able to send some of your people into those, assuming there's no one there, which is quite an assumption, and acquire more stuff. So you have the possibility of growth. Pretty good. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do, or I'm assuming you're going to head back towards Alice's place? I don't want
Yep.
to make you do stuff. I'm not railroading you here. If you'd rather do something else. If any of you
Whatever
have hunger you
options
want to
we
deal
have
with.
outstanding at the moment.
Sorry?
Do we have any other tasks outstanding that would be useful to?
Well, there's your missing dog. I haven't prepared a text message image in advance, but Winston contacts you to inform you that he's begun moving your stuff into the place above the offices. So you didn't ask him to find you somewhere else to live temporarily. He's found you a place above some offices in Soho, and he's been moving some of your things there for safekeeping.
I'm gonna go there.
The new place.
Yeah, that's quite near to where we need to be tomorrow night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fairly close by, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way there.
Is anyone else going with him to his... would you invite anyone else to your haven?
Given that I have unknown people after me,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my friends makes jokes about my dog missing,
Yep.
I'm not sure it's safe. But I'll go under the ruse of I'm just going to go over there and see, not as a haven, but I'm going to go over there to try and feed and try and enjoy an evening. Try and get some information maybe, and if anyone wants to join with that, they can do, and then I can slip off later.
I'm going to say it's between 10 and 11 o'clock as you're arriving in this part of the town.
It feels like a waste of the evening to just stop now, but I don't know what else to really do.
Look for your dog.
Again, you know.
The streets are still busy, but you have a key and you open the small door between shops, climb up the stairs, and up there is... It's a nice enough flat. It's quite comfortable. It's just a flat, though. It's not a large house. Some of your belongings are there. There's a very secure place for you to spend the day when you need to. There is some of the windows have been covered up completely.
How near the nightlife is it?
It's pretty close. The street below is a mixture of shops and sort of services. There's a couple of bars, a couple of late night cafes.
What's the CCTV situation on the street?
That's going to be an intelligence awareness, please.
So, look
It's a good roll for you, I
here.
think.
Intelligence and awareness. It's not bad for Henry. It's definitely not good for me.
Okay, what'd you get?
Got 3.
Yeah. And they were all on your hunger dice. So I'm going to give you a sort of beast-led success here.
One was crit though.
One
One
was
was
a
a
crit,
10.
but unfortunately you need 2 of them for it to count. If you'd got 2 of those, it would have counted as 4 successes. Okay, here's how this is going to work. You're out, you're looking for CCTV. There's some of them up on the telephone poles. That's not even the right term. They're on the sides of buildings. That's where they are. And on occasional, like, there's a single pole with a camera on it that moves. I've forgotten the proper term for that, but you know the thing I mean. The cover of that Hard-Fi album. You see some of those, and something about the sheer amount of these things that are around London really gets to you. And without really thinking too hard, you casually destroy 2 of them.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Now, on the one hand, it might not last long, but for the next night or so, you've now got an area of the street that is not covered by CCTV at all.
Is that near my door?
Yep.
I would like to try and get someone to come back and feed.
Do you want to play this out in detail, or do you want to just do a couple of rolls?
Just do a couple of rolls, I think, just because I don't want to take up too much time.
Is this going to be a friendly kind of thing, or a seduction kind of thing, or something else?
Well, we're going to go to the nightlife and see whatever happens. You know, it could be seduction. It could be a case of just someone wanting a friend, someone needing somewhere to sleep. It depends what happens.
I feel like we've assessed that Henry Cut's a slightly gothic, vaguely menacing figure.
Mhm.
Would you want to soften that at all, or do you want to just
No, I think
attract what
that's
you
fine.
attract? It is. Is it international Goth Day or just Goth Day? I'm not sure. It's a Goth Day. National,
I
international.
think it's international.
We celebrate the Goths. Dr. Henry is looking
Yeah.
particularly Gothic this evening, and maybe some people in Soho are into that.
I'm dressed like Blade, so
Okay.
people might think I'm faint.
So you're going to dress like Blade and walk into Soho looking for
Yeah.
someone. Okay. Are you particular about the gender of this
It's just
person?
Soho. I'll probably fit
Because
right in.
in Soho, I feel like you could get whatever you wanted.
Someone with enough blood to get rid of 4 hunger, potentially.
There's no one with enough blood to get rid of 4 hunger and survive the night. You could
I
find
know.
2 people and they might survive, but one person isn't going to give you 4 hunger and live.
But one person's a lot easier to hide the disappearance of than 2.
This is true.
So the target will be for one person.
I'm sorry, I missed the last
No
part of that.
CCTV covers. So I'll be looking for one person.
Okay,
No CCTV means I should be able to get them into the
that they won't see
flat
you. Okay.
unnoticed.
Okay. Can you
And then
please
once
roll me a charisma persuasion? And
Ooh, that'd be so good for me.
hang on, have you adapted your look at all, or are you just going with the look that you've had when you set off in the night?
Just go with the look that I have. I think Dr. Henry doesn't really.
Yeah, he's not. You're not tarting
He's
yourself
not
up and to an
interested.
extent.
Yeah.
Okay. Then just roll that
I am
straight,
what I am.
please.
If you don't like it.
And we take the risk that we take with the hunger.
What was the one?
Charisma persuasion.
Persuasion.
Because in this game, seduction comes under persuasion. How many successes is that?
1.
Okay.
1 crit.
But 1
I
crit.
could only roll 2 dice. Oh, yeah. Obviously, did yeah. But yeah.
If you wanted to blood surge, you could do that and get 2 extra die. It'd cost you a rouse check.
I don't think a rouse check in the middle of Soho when I'm on 4 hunger is particularly a strong idea.
I'm just offering. It's an option that you have. On this night, maybe it's wet, maybe it's cold, maybe people aren't feeling it for whatever reason, but you don't seem to find anyone who's looking for that kind of hookup.
Okay. I will go back and just wait nearby the flat,
Okay.
looking for somebody walking along on their own and making them vanish, hopefully.
Right. We'll come back to
If it happens, if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Lady Catherine, Tony, and Tommy, you have all left the British Museum. Damn it. And you are returning to Alice's, or are you going to reach Own Havens or something else?
I will go to Moon Haven and just like check in with my little group of homeless people and things like that, make sure they're okay.
Okay.
Just maintaining that basically.
Yeah, you're maintaining your connections. Lady Catherine?
above table, I can't remember what happened to Miles. I know he.
Miles
did
left you a
disappearing
note,
act.
and you haven't seen him since. Now, I think I sent you that
Were we going to
note.
look for him?
Do you want to look for him?
I can't remember.
You didn't at the time. You had just got Angelique
Okay.
back. You'd found a letter that Miles had left you, which I think I sent you on Discord. And I read some of it out at the time. But you haven't seen him since, and you haven't pursued him.
Okay. In that case, I think I'm just going to head back to my haven with Angelique then.
And you're still using Miles's place as your haven. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Go back to
Did
Kingsland.
Angelique's haven get destroyed in the Blitz?
Yes. You survived. Angelique did not. Well, at least you thought Angelique hadn't until quite recently. But Angelique currently does not have her own haven, and she hasn't really had time to go and try and acquire something new. She's not without resources, though.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're just going back to the haven then.
Tony, are you going back to your haven, or are you going to be the only one going back to Alice's? You are muted.
I just go and keep on Seth's sofa when I feel like it. Well,
Yeah.
in Seth's room when I feel like it.
Seth has been enthusiastically showing you how some computer stuff works. He's a programmer. He's a programmer, and he's showing you how some stuff works with computers. So, at the risk of trying to make you edit your character sheet on the fly, I'd like you to give yourself 1 dot in technology.
Ooh, exciting! Yes, thank you very much. I shall take that.
I'm trying to think, Tommy, how to translate the help that you're getting into a dot in something as well. I think I'm going to give you a dot in streetwise.
Cool. That made me 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to think again of an appropriate place for this to go. I think, Alice, I'm going to give you a dot in survival, because you have the means to acquire blood from more places than you did before. So in the event that you were unable to return to your haven, you'd probably be able to find someone to stay with and possibly even get blood from.
Nice.
And this is just because we're not using the system of advantages and flaws at the moment. Dr. Henry, I think because of all the time you're spending on the street and you're following the patterns, you've been doing this a fair bit, so I think because of that I'm going to give you a dot in streetwise as well. And Lady Catherine, I think because of your conversation with Angelique and updating each other on how things work in the Camarilla and that sort of thing, I'm going to give you a dot in politics. That may not be as useless as you might expect, but...
Hey, I'll take what I can get.
I was reading through parts of the book and I was reminded that this game, we haven't had the opportunity for you to do like downtime actions and learn new stuff and that kind of thing as much as you might do on a chronicle of this length, conventionally, because I'm trying to play it out through the whole of March, sort of. So there hasn't been like a time where I can say, oh yeah, you can take a couple of months and work on this. So I'm trying to give you stuff based on what you've been doing. Do you stay? Is this how we stay for the next night then? For the rest of the night, rather.
Yeah, well, I would probably, once I checked in with my people and things like that, checked over my haven, make sure that was all fine.
Yeah, it is.
Made sure there was no one suspicious hanging outside or anything like that. I would probably try and head back to try and arrange what we're going to do for this meeting tomorrow night.
Would you contact the others and sort of arrange that as well?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone else,
At least
Sorry?
So I'll just suggest we meet up anyway. Tonight.
If you all got that message, how would you respond? Dr. Henry, I think, is still hunting, so might not. But I don't want to say for you. You might choose to rush it.
I'm on two hunger as well.
Yeah.
So I might want to go and find a snack.
We know there's a hospital near where Seth lives.
Yeah, where Seth lives, so go and source a snack.
I do not have that bit of paper here. Okay. Catherine, we'll do rolls in a second. Catherine, do you want to respond, or are you going to be like, no, Angelique and I are having some time?
It's date night, damn it! No, we're
We've
gonna
just
head
got
over as well.
engaged again.
Can two lesbians live in peace? God damn it! No, we're gonna head on over as well.
Okay. Dr. Henry, how do you want to do this? Do you want to just grab someone and deal with what you need to deal with?
I'm not sure how it would play out because with 4 hunger, I'm not going to be thinking as straightforward as normally
You
would.
can't really think of anything else. There's just annoying. Like, you know when you skipped a meal and suddenly it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you're like, I didn't even have lunch?
Yep, quite well.
I'm not even sure I had breakfast.
I feel like I'd be stood somewhere without, near the door with no CCTV.
Yep.
But I'd still need to have. There's no point grabbing somebody if there's 15 people around.
People are coming past. Some of them are in groups. Some of them are couples. There's the odd occasional one person. I think if you paid attention for an extended duration and waited, you could probably find one person if you wanted to. It's going to be risky. They might make a noise, but you're so hungry.
I'll try them. I'll try and grab someone and take them upstairs into the flat.
Okay. And I think for grabbing them, it's going to be a strength brawl. They're an unexpected mortal, so I'll be rolling appropriately for them, but this is going to be a contested roll, so it's going to be, you're going to be rolling a number of dice, I'm going to be rolling a number of dice, and you will be hoping that you roll more dice than you get more successes than I do.
It's not looking good.
Well, mortals aren't all that strong, so you've got an upper hand there. Okay, I got 2 successes. What have you got?
1.
Okay, and because you're at 4 hunger, there's nothing you can willpower. That one doesn't go off. That mortal escapes. And they kind of like shrug you off as if that like you're a homeless guy who's tried to grab hold of them. They don't make a big fuss about it, but you don't get them. Maybe you learn from that and try again. Maybe you pick someone who looks a little bit weaker. Can you
I'll
give me
try
another
again.
roll? And I will do another roll for a mortal. And I got no successes there, so if you get 1, you've got this.
Raw and strength. Bestial failure.
Oh, but you got 1 success.
I did get
no.
success, so I'll be taken.
Bestial failure. What did you give as your success level there? Did it ask you for a
Up to
success?
32.
Right, so it was 0. So it wasn't a bestial failure because you didn't get a success only because of your
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not a bestial failure. Because you didn't get as... Hang on. We'll pass by that just now. There'll be consequences later. Goodness knows you've got enough consequences piling up at this point.
The original plan was to try and get them up and keep them there.
Yep.
So I'm guessing I won't be able to do that now.
You grab them off the street. You yank them up the stairs. I'm going to say that they bang their head on something. and by the time you get them up the stairs, they're unconscious, which is fine. That's just how you like them.
Yeah, that saved me using anesthetic. So my plan was to feed twice and then try and keep them under.
Yep.
For a prolonged period of time, so that I can come back.
Okay,
and
wow.
feed
Okay,
later.
you're creating a blood doll. Okay, I'll let you feed once just now. If you feed again within the next night, they're going to die. But if you keep them till the next night, you can feed again then.
Okay, and I'm assuming with my expertise in anesthetic, I'll be able to keep them under for the day.
Yeah, but just for fun, can you roll me a It's going to be a medicine and something. I don't know if you want to do intelligence or wits.
Both at 4, so that's fine.
Okay, either intelligence and wits or medicine, and you've got a +1 because of your specialism in anesthetic.
Six successes.
Okay, you have met all of your aims perfectly. So that person you have, you've reduced your hunger by 2. You've got an unconscious person in your flat who is anaesthetized, and tomorrow night you'll be able to feed from them again. I worry about you people sometimes.
Well, that's the job you stop me for the next part, then, isn't it?
We're not having like a "Are we the monsters" moment here. We very much are the monsters. After that, are you heading to Alice's as well?
Have I received a message to request?
You have received a message from Tommy suggesting that you meet up to discuss plans for how you are going to deal with things regarding Alice's. Alice's is where you're meeting, regarding Lady Catherine's appointment with Hunters.
Yeah, I'll go over there. In my mind, I'm open to telling them about my location if it's better as a staging point, but only if it's necessary.
I'm going to need to check a map because I can't remember exactly. The location that they were going to meet was going to be Sloane Square, which wasn't really intentional. I think it's just the place that was nearest to where Lady Catherine and Angelique were at the time. It's sort of Belgravia. I mean, it's doable from Soho, but it's not all that close. It's on the other side of
That's
Green
fine.
Park.
I think Dr. Henry's just, now we're back on Hunger 2, we may realise we've been a little bit hangry.
Yeah.
So we may be slightly tail between the legs. Not too much. We know we're still better than them. But we didn't need to be that much of a dick.
Okay. I'm sorry if anyone's hearing noises in the background. It sounds like someone nearby is setting off fireworks. Because it's warm, I've got my windows open, so I can't really do anything about that just now. But if you're hearing that, that's what it is. Alice, as they arrive back at yours, you've dismissed your higher up of your coven. I'll let you play this out as much as you want to. If you want to pull back, let me know. But they arrive. Who has the cap?
I presume Tony.
I hope one of yours does.
We didn't check who she gave it to, but I suspect it was probably me.
It was just on the table. You were all in the room.
Yeah, I took it.
I think we've been saying that Tommy has the other items, including the fake clay seal.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So once we're over there, I'd just say that obviously there is this meeting tomorrow night. We need to think about how we're going to play it. Whether or not we just go there, get information, or whether or not we attempt to grab him or take him or kill him for the Prince's boon. and see what people's thoughts on that are. Bear in mind, taking them on will be risky because we don't know what abilities training that they have. We don't know how many people he's going to have around them. So if we're going to take them down, we need to plan for that to at least try and get information before we commit. And obviously having some colleagues along that are powerful vampires might help within that. But the other side we need to bear in mind is, well, it might be less of an issue right now, is keeping down breaches and masquerades as well.
I always
I'm gonna
forget
take
about
back
that.
seat on this.
Okay, so where were we meeting them again? What's the plan? Meeting point?
He was going to meet you at a specific, like a public seat thing, park bench in Sloane Square.
In the park. Yeah. Okay.
This is the guy I met, right?
Yeah, this is
Yes.
the guy who followed you in his car
who-
and spoke to you on the street with
So
Angelique.
He
we're
very much.
telling him that no one is agreeing and that we're not going to be going along with his demands.
Yeah, that's plan number one. But the follow-up one is whether or not we try and take him on, because I think he very much qualifies as the head of some on the attack on the tower.
I could try to
So-
charm him to a second location where he isn't followed.
We could do. The other thing, of course, is we string along a region to meet at another point, or trying a region to meet is another night with less people. But yep, we could do that as well. If we're doing with trying to proceed into another point, where do you think that's going to be? Because we don't really want that to be any of our havens. And we kind of need somewhere that's like waste ground or something. Which I know of a few places we could try. So I know the places that have recently been emptied.
We could. Could where Miles was holding Angelique be an option?
It wasn't Miles holding Angelique, it was Algernon Magpie.
Yeah.
Yes, Argonon.
That was bombed by the hunters whilst you were there.
Yeah, I was going to say it was destroyed.
Yeah.
Not fully destroyed, but it's possibly not somewhere that it's safe for you to go, because it's very much somewhere the hunters know about.
Yeah.
But if they think they've taken it out, they may not go back.
That's kind of the thinking that's had you staying at Miles's place ever since he was taken.
And why we're not meeting there tonight?
Because a haven is a haven.
So
It's not exactly a haven if the hunters know where you live.
So to the first question is, there you go.
Sorry, Sloane Square isn't a big. It's really overlooked. It's really overlooked, and it's surrounded by roads.
Above table, if you have roll 20 open, that's a map of Sloane Square showing you in roll 20. And actually, you know what? For the sake of the people watching, let's do this. That's what Sloane Square looks like. So the little sort of lines that are shaped a bit like H's are park benches. The thing that's shaped a bit like a hex screw is a water fountain. And the thing that's circular is a war memorial. There's trees all around it.
So I would assume that there's a lot of roads and they have a lot of vehicles. So he's going to be incredibly well covered.
Yeah. And his buildings are around. Who knows?
And there's buildings all around.
Snipers and such like could be around there.
So there's no way of us getting him out from there. Even if we put him into a friendly taxi, there's no way of us exiting that without being followed or anything.
Yeah. Which is where the persuasion of coming meeting us elsewhere with less people. If we can proceed and do that, and we need to do that probably that night, because otherwise, if we left it to another night, you either get wind of it or his colleagues will get wind of it and things like that and prevent us. So we'd need to pick a place to go to on that night that's a lot more advantageous for us, and that whole area is pretty well off, so try to find a derelict place near there would be hard. So looking at the little map I've got of various places, is there anything that kind of close that's...
Oh, okay, give me a second. Da-da-da.
I mean, the other process we've got is we just say we can't come to someone's who meet us here, and then, you know, that catches them on the hop. There might not necessarily lots of people in position, although they can obviously get people there. There might not be entrenched in positions if we change the meeting place.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's persuading him to do that.
Okay. There is a warehouse in Battersea Park. It's on the other side of the river, but it's not far.
Cool.
Mhm.
So we've got a location we could... So we could... Well, the first thing to say, do we want to just go there and tell him bugger off, or do we want to then try and take him on? Because currently he's the only lead we've really got for selling the boon.
He's a good lead.
So
I'm just double checking because you might have another option, and I want to make sure I'm not completely mis-selling you on this. There is a large open area in the grounds of... It's near the Old Royal Hospital, so it's where next to Chelsea Embankment. It's a big open space that had been the Royal Hospital South grounds, but it's well off the road. It's not overlooked by any buildings. Got roads on one side and the river on the other. And in 2012... in 2012 it's still a hospital. Ignore me. That's not being used then. There are lots of sort of parks in that area, though.
I
There's
love
like
a hospital.
there's like-
I'll happily meet anybody at a hospital.
Yeah. There's like an athletics field. There's sort of private member grounds that people can use who live in houses nearby. It's not as overlooked though because it's surrounded by trees. So looking at it on a map, you'd probably see that as a possibility. Meet somewhere open but quiet, and at night time, who would go out into those places? If you have other suggestions, I'm open to letting you try stuff. Or you try and take him further away. You try and take him in a taxi.
I mean, do we meet him? Do we try and meet him somewhere and then get him in a friendly taxi?
The meeting's been arranged at Sloane Square. I don't think you have a contact for him at this moment.
Yeah, we can't. We also can't get him in a taxi there because there's too many ways of them getting a vehicle in there as well, and they've got so many vehicles.
People with Dominate possibly could.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of thing is they can get vehicles in there, but there's a lot of exits there. I mean, I don't know which directions those go.
Also, as a group, you have abilities. I'm going to stop talking to let you talk.
sorry, I was muted because I was coughing. I would say my talents lie in sneaky and martial.
So just think, because we've got our friendly taxi company. Just thinking we can sneak him away.
I could
I'm happy
use
to charm anyone to a
mesmerise.
second location.
Okay, so Alice said mesmerise. Yep. Lady Catherine, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I'm happy to charm anyone to a second location. Between me and Alice, I'm sure we can do something.
I've also got forgetful mind as well, so I can like rewrite that part of the memory if needed.
I've had a thought. It's a silly thought, but I've had a thought. How many members are there in your coven/cult, Alice?
11.
12
10 if we
including
don't
Miriam.
no, 10 if we don't include the new one,
Oh, yeah.
and 2 are currently AWOL.
Good point.
Okay, so above table question. Has anyone here seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Hot damn!
Title of my sex
Yes,
tape.
we have.
Anyone remember the Halloween heist where a whole bunch of people wearing the same outfit all converge at the same time
Yeah.
to create a distraction?
Are you thinking of using my minions?
Potentially, we all wear the same outfit, and we get as many people as we know that are willing to help. We create some kind of distraction where everyone is just passing in front. Anyone who has eyes on the hunter isn't going to be able to figure out what the hell's going on, and we are able to get the hunter into a second location. That's my Acme suggestion. That's not a... It would be fun.
So it's a gyratory. So the traffic goes in the direction from coming round the top, so coming around the top like a traffic island. So it functions like a traffic island.
Or a
So
roundabout.
like a roundabout.
Like a roundabout.
That's a Black Country term for a roundabout, an island.
So and there's a taxi rank at the bottom, at the south part.
Okay.
Are you serious?
So we can. So yes, we can.
Big year one.
We can shuffle him in that direction.
So basically, what you're suggesting is a flash mob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, and flash mobs were absolutely a thing in 2012. All we need is someone with influence to post on Twitter or something to organise some kind of flash mob.
Alice might be reminded in this moment of her social media manager.
Yep.
It depends if we want to play this
Yes.
smart or do we want to play this entertaining.
But yeah, I mean, entertaining is also a bit smart because it's a good distraction, and
it's not breaking the masquerade.
It's not.
And it's not us doing it. Like it is us doing it, but it's not us going here with vampires. It's us going. Here's this thing happening.
It's not us using vampiric powers. It's us using Tumblr.
yeah. But also, if we do get a flash mob, then it's going to be all the humans, which would give hunters like pause for thought in terms of attacking.
Yeah. It'll have them
I
hesitating.
have the skill, which means that I can use my power over.
If they hear your voice, you can.
They can hear my voice.
Yeah.
So I can
Not
use
for
it
all
over,
of them, but for some of them.
Yeah. So
That could be fun.
Melpomene.
Melpomene.
And we know the time we're meeting, so we could time the flash mob for a couple of minutes after that. So it gives us a little time just to get there and have a scope out.
This was
I'm certainly
this
down.
was not the direction. This was not the direction we thought this was going when we started this meeting.
No,
Hey.
No, not
When
at all.
you
But
stick me in the mix, you know.
but it does solve the immediate problem how to get them out, or at least gives us a potential solution to that.
Yeah.
We want
it's
something
probably-
to distract us from that, so we can always say like, Lady Catherine,
we
you
just-
you
and
are
then-
going to re-propose and you are going to suggest a renewal of vows, maybe. So
and then
I love.
we all love love. So that can be kind of like the center of it, but to the sidelines, somebody else is there to grab him and go, whilst all the attention is on you.
Yeah, so if we...
I feel like any decent trained hunters though would still have eyes on the prize, even
Yeah.
if they're out of proposal.
As a,
Yep.
Yeah, and absolutely. Then you just head down the King's Road, straight off down the King's Road, and jink down.
Do you have a map hub?
Of course he does.
Of course I do.
I love this. I love
Tony
this so
is
much.
well prepared. He knows what he's talking
If
about.
I'm ever lost, I'm gonna message Genek.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but
I
also
see 3
you've
trees
got-
in the rock. Where am I?
But also, you've got to remember that also as well, above table, Genek's really interested in maps, but also Tony also knows this stuff as well.
Tony knows London. Tony
knows London.
was a sort
So
of
he's
gangster.
going, hang on, what have they done to that road? Yeah.
Tony is literally our strategist.
Yeah, so we can lose them. We can lose them in all of the roads. If we get so the driver can lose them in all the roads. There's all the roads around down King's Road. So if we're being followed, we can lose them there, and then get to. If we want to take them to Battersea, we can take them to Battersea. Easy.
Okay, so at this moment, if you're going to do this, we need to make some arrangements. So what costumes are you ordering 15 of for the following night?
I have a question before that.
Go ahead.
What month is it in
It
the
is
game?
March.
When in March?
Oh, now you're asking the difficult ones.
Can't do Gangnam Style.
No,
Came
you
out in
can't.
October.
I know exactly when in March.
You do? Come on, I did that bit really early on. It is. Currently, it is Tuesday the 20th. So the following night will be Wednesday the 21st.
Okay.
If you're going with the vows theme, then the costumes would probably want to be in relation to that.
What was that? Sorry.
I just said if they're going like the event being for vows and renewal and things like that, then it probably wants to be in the theme of marriage or vows or like
Yeah, you want to
formal-
look like wedding guests or something.
Yeah. So it'll be formal wear basically. I mean, I would probably, myself and Tony would probably one of the better people to try and grab and go. So we don't necessarily, well,
Are
We
we
didn't necessarily-
making it like a full-on proposal, or are we doing it?
well, that's that be up
or
to
is
you.
it a flash mob or is it a proposal?
I thought it was a flash mob proposal. Both, yeah.
I'm down. I just need to know
On
what
one knee.
song. I mean, we have Titanium by David Guetta that came out.
I have a list of songs that came out because the Hunter game that goes along with this, I put a song title for each of the episode names.
I mean,
Annoyingly,
somebody,
Call Me Maybe came out in June.
Yeah,
somebody
you can't have it yet.
nominate is going to need to be the one that gets them, aren't they? Because we're going to have to
Well,
probably like compel them or mesmerism.
How
Yeah.
does Dominate work? Hang on, let me.
You have to have eye contact.
You've got it.
You have to have eye contact.
Because like, is Dominate the one where it has to be one word, or is that Compel?
That's compel.
So Dominate is like
is
the
the whole
family.
thing.
Yeah, Dominate's the family of powers, and you've got a bunch of powers in that
Because
area.
what I
Because
That's what I've
you've
got.
got
What I could do
compel,
is-
haven't you?
And I've
I
got
do.
I've got mesmerize, where I can issue a more complex command.
I feel like it's going to have to be you then, because we could tell the hunter to follow Tony, who obviously knows the place by the back of his hand, and we can shuffle him out with Tony.
and
Yeah, and I've got-
I'll go
And
along
I've
with
got
20.
Mel.
So I'm going to be a little bit busy dancing.
Lady Catherine, just to alert you, you also have entrancement, which is a presence power, and that will basically mean that you will have someone's attention. Your allure will have them in rapt fascination of you.
I can use that while doing the flash mob.
But so you've got options, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, could we like, yeah.
This has gone so off the rails, and I love it.
This wasn't in the book.
So hang on. What I want to do is I want to reduce this down to a number of rolls so that we can finish this session because we're a little bit over, although we started late. And then we can come straight into the next night in our next session and go straight into this. So who's going to obtain the outfits that are going to be necessary, and how are you going to do it? You could use Alice's coven to do it during the day while you're asleep as well. So you have that option.
Yeah, I'll get them to go and do that.
Okay.
And to invite
who's
friends.
my fashion designer friend?
Sorry, Catherine?
Who's my fashion designer friend?
She is also a vampire. And she has left.
Yes.
She has gone to Italy.
Fuck. I was thinking that'd be great for some outfits for me and Angelique.
I'll get the coven to get on the outfits.
I'm going to do a roll on behalf of the coven. I'm going to roll 3 dice.
Raiding every party city in the country.
I'm going to roll 3 dice, and the number of successes determine how good the costumes are. Okay. You got 3 successes.
Yay!
Alice has put the fear of God into them. And they're going to get the best.
Well.
Okay.
So, the other thing the coven needs to do is the social media flash mob side.
Yep, that's fine.
So they're going to see how many people can turn up.
So
to also
Sophie's on that. Sophie's a graphic designer. She's going to design online posters and she's going to post them all over social media. She's on that.
Okay. I'm going to roll to see how many people see that and how big a crowd you can get. And I'm not going to tell you what it is until the event happens because you wouldn't know how many people are going to turn up until they turn up. Okay.
This is so exciting. I love this. I'm so thrilled.
And I'm making a note of all this because I will not remember it. Is there anything else you need to set up in advance?
So
what song are we doing this to? Like, genuine question. That's important. What? Hang on.
I mean, it doesn't need to be a song that released in 2012. It could be one from before 2012 because all of that music still exists.
True.
You could.
I'm just thinking.
I mean, that thing I want to do.
Oh, Born This Way. We've got Grenade by Bruno Mars.
Nothing that happened so far has been anything we could control.
You could have Gold Digger by Kanye West.
Read all about it.
Party rock anthem.
I mean, we could
Stereo
make
Hearts, We Found Love.
We could make a list of songs and then roll a die and choose a song that way. Fact.
Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be good.
It's like the song isn't going to flash mob itself.
I am suddenly having flashbacks to freaking Comic-Con in London at the MTM. Oh my god.
Okay, it sounds like you've got a plan.
So the only thing to...
I see what's going for all this time.
So we're doing a flash
Can someone
mob.
quickly explain the plan to Dr. Henry? Because I know there's reasons why you had to step out.
My coven is going to obtain outfits. We're going to do a big flash mob, and Lady Catherine is going to propose and suggest that they do a vowel renewal, and this is going to
distract
and
give his human body shield.
Distract anybody that's watching this hunter, and then we're going to use our magic charms to lure this hunter away. Okay.
Yeah, we've got an
Are you
escape
up
plan.
to speed, Dr. Henry?
But we're going to go down King's Road, which gives us lots of ways to hopefully lose any tails in and follow us. Then we're going to meet up in Battersea Park. So in terms of location, Battersea Park, see around like the pond area, the Lady Pond, that's all quite heavily wooded
Mhm.
and like short enough passes. So there's lots of it's hard to look into it from outside. And at least there's a couple of escape routes we can go in and out. But also there's a pump house gallery there, which if we need to, we could break in and be outside there.
Something that none of you know the details of. I'm going to drop this in here because I feel like your characters would know it even if you players don't. Something that you'd be aware of is that the larger London parks at various times have been places that were not populated by vampires. Particularly the larger parks can hold small groups of lichen or werewolves.
So
Werewolves
that's
are
not
not
there,
friends
then.
with vampires. Now, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying it may not be without risk from a group that you hadn't previously considered.
Yeah.
You don't know where they are now. You haven't had any experience in London until the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Then
Any good
So-
buildings that way?
well, in terms of like an abandoned warehouse, like that little map thing I got,
Yeah, so there's a
I have to
couple.
pick one of
There's,
those in.
as you identified, around the Battersea, around the Chelsea Embankment area, not tons of empty warehouses. There's that park that is behind a series of expensive houses that is for residents only to use, which is probably not going to be. It's very small, but it's back from the buildings and it's surrounded by trees. That was one possibility. Much more richer as seems the area around Battersea Power Station. There's a bunch of riverside warehouses basically in that area, and that might work better.
Oh yeah, that's where I meant. That's where we went, wasn't it?
So I think there's obviously warehouses then.
Yeah, so I'm going to say a warehouse near Battersea Power Station,
Yeah, perfect.
which at this time is not owned by whoever owns Battersea. I think it's Apple that owns Battersea Power Station now.
Oh, gross.
I'm not sure.
Yep.
Okay, so unless there's something else you want to do in this night, I'm going to finish up, and what we'll do in our next session is we'll start with our rouse checks, and then we'll start seeing how this plan goes, and you'll get to find out how big a crowd your social media campaign has attracted.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, let me just make
Sounds
sure
like a plan.
I gather all the things I need for this next bit.
Sophie better
I'm
do
surprised at
well.
just how off the rails has gone.
I had that map
But I'm also
already,
not.
Yeah.
which we're not going to need because we're not going to play there. It's because I've got all the hunter stuff and all the vampire stuff on the same page.
But I also don't think, given what we think is going to be there, I don't think this is a bad plan. There may be better plans, but I don't think it's an unreasonable one.
What you mean going to Battersea Park?
No, I meant the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't think it's a terrible plan
Yeah.
because we came up with it. So this is a great plan.
Well, I think the only thing remains for me to say is thank you very much for watching. This has been episode 20. I'm so sorry I told you all it'd be about 10, but here we are, a year later, of Vampire the Masquerade, Fall of London. I've been Lavaita, I've been your storyteller. I'm going to pop to Bintak.
Hi, I'm Bintak, and I've been playing Tony Smith. Over to Lady Catherine.
Hi, my name is Ghoul. I've been playing Lady Catherine. Over to Floss.
Hello, I am Floss, and I have been playing Alice Mockingdale. Over to you, Dyson.
Hi, I'm Dyson, and I've been playing Dr. Henry. Over to you, Tony.
I'm Genek. Tommy. So yeah, me.
Tony, yeah.
Tony.
That's I'm Genek, and I've been playing Tony Castelli, and that's all of us, isn't it?
Think so.
Yes.
I haven't left anyone out.
That's it.
Yeah.
Today, as we wanted to mention, has been World Goth Day. Thank you for gothing up, particularly Alice and Lady Catherine, who put in a lot of effort at the just as we were starting up there. Our next game on the stream should be tomorrow. We're going to be playing Cult Divinity Lost, continuing the Black Madonna, which has been absolutely horrific for the players, the characters, not the actual players. And we should be back at this in 2 weeks, hopefully, with a following wind.
Yes. Can I do my World Goth Day shout out?
Go for it.
Yes. So World Goth Day originated as a Six Music thing in 2009, and then it went global in 2010 with the DJ Batboy Slim, who used to be Cruel Britannia, Lee, and DJ Martin Oldgoth. And if you go to www.worldgothday.com, that is the official World Goth Day website. And on there, you can find a fundraiser for Martin Oldgoth. And he has been diagnosed with, let me go to the homepage. There we go. Co-founder, DJ Martin Oldgoth, a rare and incurable liver disease, because obviously he's a freelancing goth DJ. So he needs to be able to take more downtime in his work week. Sorry. So he just wants to raise enough money so that he can work 1 day less a week, because he needs to do lifestyle changes. So they've got a fundraiser on their homepage, and I just thought I'd send people that way to help raise money for lovely Martin, because I do know Lee. I think I've gone to at least one club night that Martin's done, but that was in the very long distant past. So yes, there we go.
Cool. I will put a link to that in the show notes. I'll also put a link to where you can find Ghoul and Dyson, who both stream regularly on Twitch. Thank you very much for watching.
Sorry.
What? Sorry? What was it?
I was talking about myself when I said I wouldn't say regularly.
Well,
that wasn't supposed to come out.
You can be found streaming things. We're going to read Whispering Winds, who are playing Mage the Ascension, I think. Could be Mage the other Mage. It's one of the Mage games. Thank you again, and see you again in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.